Every few months we meet in a different place in Europe with a group of activists, and we arrange various activities responding to their needs as actors of civil society.
In non-hierarchical structures, it's good to have some mechanism how we take care of each other.
If you have somebody, a person in mind you could talk to learn more or to get more information about where to find money. Like if you have 1, 2, 3 more people in mind, you can go on this side of the room. If you have nobody in mind you could personally talk to, you go on this side of the room.
Most of projects we apply for ask for something very innovative, and there is less and less money for continuing on the work we did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
EDM projects provide us with really crucial information and trainings about different topics that we as a community organizers or activists really need and use. Those topics are, for example, white privilege, it's about digital security, it's about community organizing, mobile reporting.
Like that you have a very nice focus, you see like this, and lights.
Perfect, it's great.
Now you make the focus.
These 4 hours will be concentrated on the 4 principles that are in the core of nonviolent communication, which is observation, feelings, needs, and requests. We will use theater or experience more than theory. The most important in nonviolent communication is the saying connection before correction. It is kind of like learning a new language. It's a space we create to find a common ground, but first we connect.
Ugye Magyarországon az a nehéz, hogy bár több aktivista csoportban vagyok benne, de amikor együtt dolgozunk, akkor mindig egyszerre érnek minket a traumák. Amikor egymás közt osztjuk meg ezeket, akkor nem tudjuk annyira egymást támogatni, hiszen pont ugyanakkor vagyunk lejtmenetben. Viszont amikor ide jövök, akkor sok pozitív támogatást kapok itt. De nem csak kapok itt, és ez borzasztó fontos nekem, hiszen itt én is tudok adni.
During various trainings and workshops we've been through during this period of European Democracy Network, I think that I brought a lot of new skills and new tools and sometimes even games to the organization on a formal and also informal way.
In France, we cannot speak about systematic policy against the civil society organization, but a nasty climate of depreciation of the role civil society organization can play in a democratic society. But when you start criticizing policies, intervening in the public space, you are much more vulnerable or the target of attacks.
What is definitely what we have in common with what you were saying in France and also in Poland, Hungary, anyone who is doing anything for protection of, could be environment, could be migrants' rights, could be integration, could be human rights, immediately becomes a political NGO. And there are attempts at the political levels to discredit all the political, so-called political NGOs.
When the emergency law passes, the first targets were Muslim, but then very, very quickly, states started targeting everyone who was critical.
I think I came for EDN and this is what I got from it, mostly knowledge about Europe, knowledge about what other European activists, just like myself, are facing.
The campaigns people have in different countries, we learn from it a lot, and we then use the same techniques or tactics that they are using in their countries.
For the first time, history, we managed to persuade the city council here to ban and to disperse the neo-Nazi protest here.
We're meeting activists in each city that we are visiting and organizations that are working politically and socially. And we're doing tours in Berlin. The focus was on anti-racist activities and organizations. In Budapest, it was about shrinking spaces for the opposition activists. And now we are doing the tour in Paris from a feminist perspective.
Overall, in France, there are only 2% of streets that are named after women. In 2015, the association Oser le Féminisme, their feminism, brought attention to this lack of recognition. And so during one night, they kind of renamed all the streets on this island.
Civil society and democratic values are under pressure across the world. Corruption, nationalist, dictatorship.
During the EDN program, we do this kind of evening. In each city we go, we try to connect with some local activists to discover the local struggles.
So we are very proud of being part of a resistance and a solidarity network against an oppressive government, first of all. And we know that it works because they try to sabotage our work constantly.
From these meetings I can learn a lot how people organize in the local context. So I can get also some inspiration about some different way to act and to struggle. And also I can connect with some people or organizations to extend our network.
Sometimes we can feel the burnout, all of us, and when you share it with other people, you can feel the connection and you can get this passion for your things again. Whole idea of that networking and supporting each other, it's something what we all need in our work to really move forward.
We have a special focus on stress management and mindfulness, especially for activists who are under pressure in their country, to prevent them from burnout and also to support them in building resilience.
I heard today some bad news that we have an independent radio in Hungary and they won't give frequency to it from February. And I work for this radio, so it's my working place as well. But at the moment, I'm so relaxed.
When you observe the movement around you, you are slowing you down. Try to find every smells that this place is offering to you.
Anytime when I come to an EDN meeting, I go back with some plus energy and positive energy and with good ideas as well that I can share with my friends and other activists.
It hurts to be an activist in Poland, especially this time. You must have strength to carry on, even if you face so many failures. I lost my job because of my activism. EDN helps me to survive and to still believe that what I'm doing makes sense.